Hello and welcome to the Fast Profits Daily. I am Brijesh Bhatia. Sugar stocks has been getting sweeter and sweeter. We saw a nearly 5% rally in most of the sugar stocks as soon as the news of Brazilian drought was on cards. These sugar stocks have seen a strong upside momentum. Well, will the trend continue in the sugar stocks or Indian sugar stocks can rally much higher from the current level? Is this a resumption of the bullish momentum, or this is just a pump and dump a momentum or the story? Well, then how to trade this sugar stock? I'll be discussing this video. Some of the few levels and some of the few charts where I think there is a trend emerging into the sugar stocks. And as an investor, as a trader, you should definitely look at these stocks and how to trade on these levels. So before I start on to the sugar stocks, let's look at the sugar as a commodity. How are the charts indicating, and what is the trend emerging over there? So if I just look at the first chart, this is Sugar Ice Intercontinental Exchange in US, where this commodity is been widely traded, and this is a chart which is largely tracked to track the sugar prices internationally. Now, if you look at this chart, and even if you remember, I have done a previous videos, some of the on the sugar space, and I have discussed the same chart when it was trending higher. But if I just look at since probably October, September, October, this sugar prices have been consolidating in a range between 20 and a half dollar on the upside and $17 on to the downside. And since then, if I just look at, we have seen a recent breakout coming in the mid of, I would say, Feb or end of Feb, where the sugar prices have seen a huge breakout coming out of this range. So 2050, 2060 onto the upside was being holding on, and the weekly scale, if I just look at the closing above the resistance zone, the above upper black line, has been very convincing, and we have been retesting those levels for quite now. So we recently saw in the last expiry, in the Fab expiry, sugar prices tested around nearly $20 mark. The match series when it started was trending slightly into the discount, keeping in mind that the sugar demand was slightly sluggish. But now when the drought news was there, sugar prices have seen a huge comeback. So now if I just look at the chart over here, look at the momentum above the resistance zone, and this is resistance for from September 2021, July September 2021 till 2023. So over a year of range onto the charts, and prices are breaking out of this over 1 year of range. So it will be definitely a stronger move onto the upside as the range has been broken down to the sugar international prices. And if you look at this green 50 weekly exponential moving average, it's been holding quite strong, and prices are forming higher low structure here as well, which is bullish as per the Dow theory. Now, as the prices go higher, it is again a beneficial to most of the sugar companies. India being one of the sugar producer, and we have most of the sugar companies which are producing. Uh, Unlike the some of the sugar stocks being traded in Australia and America, which are a trader of the sugar product commodity, they are not a producer of sugar commodity. But in India, where we have some of the most of the companies which are producing sugar, and that's the advantage for this when the prices go higher, international commodities prices go higher, they are the beneficial one. Now, before I move on to the stock trend, I have created a market cap weighted sugar index over here. So just look at the constituents over here and the weight. So I'll just explain. I have taken the minimum market cap of 1500 crores as on 8th of March. So the stocks which are listed, or the constituents which are listed over here onto the charts, are the stocks which have been on as on the 8th closing, had a minimum market cap of 1500 crores. So starting with the Renuga, which holds around 22% weight into my index, Eat Perry, 19.5%, Balrampur Chini around 16.7, Triveni around 14, and the single digit continue with the Dalmia, Bajaj Hindustan, Andhra Sugar, Dhampur Sugar. So these are between 7 to 3%. So these are the stocks where I've created an index, and the weights, as you see, again it's a simple. I've taken a market cap of total these stocks and given a weights to it. In case you don't know how to calculate, I have written a Twitter thread on our Equitymaster Twitter handle. Just go there, read there. You'll get the concept of equal weighted market index, and how I have created this. So you'll get an all with the Excel how I have created this. So coming on to the chart on now. Again, this is the market cap weighted sugar index which I have created, with the constituents highlighted, with the weights highlighted over here. This is a weekly chart. Now, if you look at this weekly chart, onto the sugar in, commodity charts, which if you remember, I have taken 50 weekly exponential moving average. The similar 50 weekly exponential I have taken over here, and look at the prices since 2020 lows, March, April. Prices have been consistently holding 50-week support, and it heads higher. If you remember, in July 2022, it formed doji, long leg doji, right at around the 50 weekly exponential moving average. Now, right at around 50, we have seen a bullish harami, which is, or if you look at it is again a reversal candlestick pattern. And this week, it started with the bullish momentum. So again, 50 weekly exponential candlestick pattern, both are indicating that the reversal is on cards. Second thing, if you look at the lower panel, I have added RSI. Now, if you look at the RSI, right from 50, it has been trending around. We made a low of somewhere around 46, 47, in line with the previous lows. So if you look at the two lows between June, July 2022, and now again, we have seen a similar lows coming, and the prices are heading higher, indicating that yes, there is a strength into the momentum. So weekly scale, bullish candlesticks, 50 weekly exponential movements, RSI indicating a bullish tone. It seems that this index, which we have created, is heading higher. The bullish trend is still, and this is just a resumption into the bullish trend, and I believe we may see much higher levels. If I use a top down approach and move on to the daily chart over here, again look at this daily chart, 250. Look at this orange line being holding. We have seen a convergence of two averages over here. Prices were consolidating between these averages, and look at the resumption. Look at the resumption with the price trending the orange average, long-term average, and look at the volumes in the lower panel. The resumption is with an uptick into a huge volume onto the daily chart. And as I said, in the last session where sugar stocks, most of the sugar stocks were 5%, this index was up by about 5.14%, which we have created. And look at the volumes onto the downside. We have seen an uptick in volumes with the resumption of rally. Prices which were consolidating between 50 and the short term and the long term average, 50 and 200, have seen a resumption into the rally over here, which indicates that the momentum is very much strong. The bullish trend is still intact onto the charts, and with the higher low structure, the Dow theory, it seems that the momentum, the trend, the primary trend, secondary trend, both are trending very bullish over here. So I believe any dip onto the sugar stocks seems an excellent buying opportunity. And as I said, the constituents, if I look at Renuka being 22%, the Perry with around 19.5%, 20%, and the stock list continues. So you can choose the one which seems fundamentally strong, or whatever parameters you use. So I believe definitely there is a sugar trend may continue bullish over here. Sugar may get much sweeter over here. The sugar rush could continue into the bullish momentum. As a trader and investor, definitely a buy on dip strategy should be implemented on the sugar stocks. And as I said, you can choose the best sugar stocks where you think the momentum is there. Technical breakouts are available there into the charts, but the index which I have created, market cap sugar index, so I believe the trend is very bullish. So any dip, look for a long bias onto this stock. Thank you. Signing off, Brijesh Bhatia.